An alarming rise in the rate of obesity and related health problems has prompted a nationwide movement from New York to California to ban or restrict sugary drinks. Should sodas be taxed? That's a question voters in Richmond will take up in November. PBS NewsHour's correspondent Spencer Michels has our report.
At the family market in Richmond, owner Mohammed Elzofri is deeply concerned about a new city council-backed measure which would place a penny per ounce tax on sugar-sweetened beverages. The controversial plan, designed to cut consumption of sugar, goes before the voters in November. Elzofri says about 80% of his customers buy some kind of sugary drink. And the tax, he says, would add about 68 cents to a popular 2-liter drink.
This will just hurt the poor people and hurt these business owners like myself. People that want to drink sodas, they drink. Palm Springs and Beverly Hills, they all drink sodas. I mean, it's not a matter of, just Richmond that got fat. Yeah, I mean, everybody everywhere is going to, gain some weight.
In fact, the rising rates of diabetes and other weight-related illnesses are at the heart of the debate now raging in Richmond over the proposed tax.
We have a big problem with childhood obesity in Richmond, as you probably know, and it's a health disparity issue for us. Fully a third of our Latino 5th and 7th graders and a third of our African American 5th and 7th graders are obese.
City Councilman Jeff Ritterman, a cardiologist, proposed the tax, which would be the first of its kind in the country. He wants people to reduce their consumption of sodas, what he calls the biggest culprit of the obesity epidemic.
If you look at where most of our added sugar is coming, it's coming from the sugar-sweetened beverages, and they're different than solid foods. Solid foods produce satiety. You get full. You get full when you eat a piece of cake. You don't get full when you drink the soda, even though they have the same amount of calories. It's actually a poison for you because your liver can't handle that huge amount of fructose.
Richmond is the latest in a recent string of cities and states considering special taxes on sugary beverages. So far, all have been defeated. City Councilman Corky, a former auto racer, took us for a drive around his community to show why he opposes the tax.
Richmond is a real diverse city. I would say it's working low economically suppressed community. Most of the people don't have cars. Kids can't get out of here. The kids are basically stuck purchasing from this corner store. And the tax is definitely going to affect them.
Bouzet says some residents will shop elsewhere to avoid the tax, but poor people won't be able to.
It's unfair to people who basically don't have the means of getting out of their neighborhood store to go into the neighboring communities to be able to avoid that tax. If we were going to spend our time worrying about something within the city of Richmond that we can fix, we should be working on our streets and we should be working on our job situation.
And Bouzet says he doesn't think the government should be in the business of dictating what people should drink or eat.
I think that when we get into the point of being a dictator to people, I think it's wrong. People are heavy for all kinds of reasons. It could be health, it could be the style of food that they eat at home. I just don't think the sodas are going to change that.
That's also the position of the American Beverage Association, the industry trade group representing companies like Coke, Pepsi, Red Bull, and Gatorade. It has lobbied hard against similar efforts around the country. An affiliate group, Americans Against Food Taxes, ran this TV spot during the Super Bowl last year.
They want to put new taxes on a lot of groceries I buy, like soft drinks, juice drinks, sports drinks, even flavored waters. Give me a break. I can decide what to buy without government help. Hi there.
But for many in the medical community, sugary beverages are a health issue.
Terrific.
Dr. Kirsten Bibbins-Domingo, an internist at the University of California, San Francisco, co-authored a recent study which found a nationwide penny-per-ounce soda tax would reduce consumption by 15% and would, over a 10-year period, prevent several million diabetes cases and nearly 100,000 heart disease cases, as well as saving $17 billion in medical costs. Dr. Bibbins-Domingo says similar taxes on cigarettes have had a dramatic effect on public health.
It was a few decades ago when we had high rates of tobacco and we had high rates of tobacco-related illnesses. Those measures really turned the tide and really led to lower rates of tobacco across the country. I think the same has the potential to happen in this case. Richmond in isolation is unlikely to achieve a big effect, and Richmond has taken bold measures to really be at the forefront of this, but many other communities are talking about this very issue.
The campaign to oppose Richmond's soda tax is already underway. A local group with encouragement from the American Beverage Association and the local Teamsters Union is going door to door to fight the tax. For his part, Councilman Ritterman says he'd prefer to have a national or even a state tax passed. But for now, he's trying to encourage Bay Area governments, including Oakland, Berkeley, and San Francisco, to join him in the fight against sugary beverages.